So I've talked in my previous videos a bit about what I think are some of the pros and cons of getting an aftermarket exhaust, and I also kind of compared it to like if you were choosing between like high-vis gear or like getting an aftermarket exhaust, and why I think like you might want both. So what's ironic is I don't, well, as I've always said, I don't actually have an aftermarket exhaust, but I've always been thinking of one. And recently I've been really trying to decide between if I want to invest that money and get one. I'm thinking about getting the Coffman Shorty slip-on with that yellow tip for the CBR500r, which I'm riding. And it's $200, no tax, no shipping. And it's one of the cheapest ones for the CBR500R, but I still haven't decided yet. I mean, I know it sounds good, but I'm not convinced that it's worth $200. I'm always thinking about opportunity cost and what I can actually use the $200 for something else. And I guess one of my questions is, why are aftermarket exhausts so expensive? Like, it's just a piece of metal. It's not like the exhaust I have on my bike doesn't work. If anything, it works a little too good in that it's muffling the sound too much. So what are reasons I want it? Well, the better sound, like I always say, and the aesthetics as well. If you want a louder exhaust, you could always just drill some holes in your current exhaust, which I read on a forum some people have done. They got a relatively decent sound, but I mean, obviously I'm still stuck with the same bad looking exhaust. If I were in any future point to try to sell this bike, I don't know if the owner would appreciate, or the potential buyer rather, would appreciate, you know, having holes drilled into it. And of course there's a detour up here. I'm thinking that the reason aftermarket exhausts are so expensive is due to supply and demand. There's a limited supply of them, relatively, I guess. Not very many manufacturers making them. Ooh, slippery road, slippery road, slippery road, slippery road, slippery road. And so they're able to kind of control the prices. Coffman is one of the cheapest ones out there. The sound is fine, and I think it actually looks the best. I like the the Shorty slip-on style that it has. I'm just still trying to decide if it is in fact worth the cost. God, this road. I tell you, man, this sucks to ride on. But that's all I have for you in this video, guys. I'm thinking about getting the exhaust. I'm like 50-50 right now. On the verge of getting it, but at the same time, I'm always convincing myself I could spend that money on something a little more useful. I know it'll make my bike look better, sound better, but is that worth $200? I know there's not really much of a performance increase. I do like the idea of a weight decrease, and maybe that equals fuel savings, but I doubt it'd be worth it. Really, probably take like 40 years or so to pay that off. That's always like the first thing you upgrade, the exhaust. I'm thinking, you know what, might as well. To some extent, it's going to be worth it. But anyways, hopefully you you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you thought it sucked. Subscribe if you haven't already, share the video. And until next time, guys, have a great day. Peace.